Okay, last time we looked at the greedy search, that is the one kind of informed search. Now we are going to look at today the A star search. And this A star search is a combination of this uniform cost search and with this greedy. That is what will form the A star search. And you see, if you recall from the last, that in the uniform cost search, that cost is associated with the path, right? These are the costs. So if you have to find the cost of to cost to reach at C, right? From then that cost would be 2 plus 4, that is 6, right? And in greedy, these are associated with the heuristic value that tells that how far you are from the goal, right? Now we are going to make use of both, and that let's call that the backward cost or the cost path, let's call that g of n, and let's call that the heuristic value, that is h of n. And if we sum up both, then we will have the cost value of our A star search. So let's call this f of n, right? So that will make sense when I will take an example, then you will have good idea that how. So same as early, what we are going to do, we are going to uh, pick our fringe, and we will have the closed set here. So at first stage we are going to look at this S, right? So our goal is the same again, to reach from S to G, right? And now this time we have the different strategy, search strategy, that is the A star. So so we will have this S in our fringe, right? So we will explore this S, and obviously that S will have no this F value, because there is no point of putting this F value, right? So we will explore this S and we will put it in our closed state. Now we will push all the uh, now we are going to push all the successor of this S. So all the successor of this S is S to A, S to D, and S to B, right? So all the successor of S is S to A and S to B and S to D, right? Yes. Now we are going to calculate this F value, right? And this F value is the sum of these two, right? And this Gn is the backward path cost. So so you are here at A, right? So for this cost, path cost will, cost of the path will be 2, right? So this one, right? So that Gn will be, so let me write it here, Gn and here Hn. So that will give you Fn. So Gn for this is 2, and the heuristic value for A is here, that is 2, right? So this will be 2 plus 2. So F value will be sum of these two, that will be 4. Now for this B, the cost, the path of the cost will be for B, right? So B is here, so 3, and plus heuristic value is 5, so 3 plus 5 is 8. So here we will have 3 plus 5 is 8, and for the D we will be the cost path is 5 and the heuristic value is 1, so it will be 5 plus 1, that is 6, right? Okay, now what this A star tells, that pick from the fringe. So these are the path that needs to be explored in the further action, but how we are going to pick that, that will be told by this A star search. A star search tells that select or explore that path which have the smallest this Fn value, right? So we are going to pick this one, right? So let me, yes, so we are going to pick this. So A will be there, and what we are going to do, we are going to write all the successor of this S to A, right? So all the successor of this S to A will be S to A to C, right? And we are going to write the uh, F value of this path. So that will be, so Gn will be, for this Gn will be the cost of the path. So you are going to add all. So 2 plus, so we are going from A to C, so 2 plus 4, that is 6, plus the heuristic value, that is Hn. So for this C, the heuristic value is 2, so 6 plus 2 is 8, right? So that is the one. Now we are going to pick the path which have the smallest f value. So the smallest f value, here we have this S to D, so we are going to pop it up, and D we are going to put it here. Now we are going to explore all the successor of S to D. So all the successor of S to D is S to D to B, and S to D to C, and S to D to G, right? So these are all the successor of S to D, right? So S to D to B, S to D to C, and S to D to G. Now we are going to write the associated cost value of this, that means Fn. So we are going to write the Fn for all the path. So here we will have S to D to B, so S to D to B, that means the Gn would be 5 plus 4, that is 9, and the heuristic value for B is 5, so that Hn will be 5, so that would be 9 plus 5, that is 14. And S to D to C, so S to D to C, that is 5 plus 1, so the value of Gn is 6, and the heuristic value for C is 2, right? So 8, and S to D to G, S to D to G, this will be 10, plus G has the heuristic value 0, so it will be 10, right? Now in the fringe, what are we are left with in the fringe? The path that need to explode in further action are this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, right? And A star tells that explore that one which have the smallest Fn value. So if you look, this one has the smallest value, right? And this one has the same but smallest, and this one is the same but the smallest. Now if you recall from our first lecture that what is the tie break rule, so we are going to pick according to the alphabetical. So let me write it down first of all here, which have the tie one, so S to B, and S to A to C, and S to D to C, S to D to C, right? So you see here all these are S, so we cannot decide on this, we can decide on this, right? So A in the alphabet, A will come earlier than this B and T, right? So we are going to pick this one, right? So we are going to pick S to A to C, so and we are going to put the C in the closed set, and we are going to write all the successor of S to A to C. So all the successor of S to A to C is S to A to D, and S to A to C to G, right? And so even we do not have to write this one, because D already, we, if you see that D is already in the closed set, that so there would be no use of writing. Even if you write, there would be no benefit of writing it. So S to D, S to A to, sorry, S to A to C to G, right? And if we write the cost of this, that means the value of Fn, that means you will have to find the Gn. So Gn is the total cost path, total backward cost path, you can say. So S to A to C to G, so S to A to G to S to A to C to G. So 2 plus 4 plus 2, that means 4 plus 2 6, and 6 plus 2 8, so 8, and the associated this heuristic value is 0, so it is 8, right? Now in the fringe, what are the things, what are the paths that need to be explored? Is this one, right, and this one, right, and this one, and this one, and this one, right? And if you see that these are the minimum one, this one, this one, and this one, right? So again we have tie, but we will have to see that which are we are going to explore it, right, according to our tie break rule. So let me first write it down which have got the tie. So h to b and h to d to c and h to a to c to g, right? So you cannot decide on this, right? You can decide on this, right, because a will come earlier than in the alphabet, like in the a b c d e f g, a will be earlier than this b and d, so we are going to pick this, right? So we are going to pick this, and you see we have our goal in this. So okay, so that g will be here. So we have got our goal, we will stop now. Uh, so our uh, state that we have explored, so explored states are this closed set, so S, A, D, C and G, and the path that we will return to go from S to G according to A star will be S to A to C to G, right? So okay, and it will have the total cost path of 8, right? So that is all about this A star search algorithm, right? Thank you.